Alright, so today I'm going to show you how to play the lottery. Best way to do it. I usually only play the lottery when it gets up above 300 million, and I usually lose. But I came up with a system this time and I haven't won yet, but also no one else has won, so can't fault the method quite yet. So there's two ways to win the lottery. You can be consistent and pick the same numbers every time, and it takes longer. And I'm sure we've all heard stories of someone who plays the lottery whose numbers came up and they didn't play. So, and that's 100% true. It does happen. That's how a lot of people win. It's being consistent. The other way to do it is to be a random number generator. Generate those numbers yourself, and if you can afford to play two plays, like one that's all the same numbers and one set of random numbers, do that. But I'm going to show you the random number way today because the other way is obvious. The way I do it is first you need a circle, and I use dice, which are squares. So I kind of square and circle relationship. But anyway, it's based on a Morphic field theory, which a guy named Sheldrake came up with. And you may or may not be familiar. The theory is that once something happens or is done in one part of the universe or the world, for us, the Earth, that it becomes easier, or it facilitates the happening of that same event again. A good example of this is imagine a road, or a lot of, like the highway, where a lot of cars go down. And I'm sure we've all seen a tractor trailer whose retread comes off and their tire explodes. Okay, so once that one truck is gone and their tire is exploded, it becomes more likely that more people are going to run over that debris and pop their tires, or another truck's going to pop their tires. It's going to keep happening there because it happened before. And there's a bunch of debris around, so that's an obvious example. Also, you can think of like a path in the grass that gets beat down over time. That's kind of like how neural pathways work. Like once you create a neural pathway for a certain memory, even if you don't use it that often, it can be triggered with a certain sensory information, and you'll remember the whole thing instantly. So that's also an example of a morphic resonance. So what we're going to try to do is create a morphic field of randomly generated numbers, and you want to do this as close to the drawing as you can. I usually do it around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, because the places around here close at 9, because I live in the country pretty much, so I can't. There's not a lot of places I can go and turn in a ticket at the last minute. And a lot of times, you got to account for traffic and something like that. But anyway, let's get down to business. So I use a circular table and dice. 6 dice, 6 sides on a dice. That's a cube. 6 dice. Now, there's usually 5 numbers, and then a Powerball, or whatever number at the end, the jackpot sort of number. So I use 1 set of dice for the jackpot number and 1 set of dice for all the other numbers. And you want to do your rolls in order, either from front to back or back to front. So you want to roll that 1 set first and get your end number, then put those dice up and do your next 5. Now, either you can do this one of 2 ways. You can put your hand in the table, or you can keep your hand off the table. But you don't want the dice to go off the table. So you can do it either way, just got to be careful. You don't want the dice to go off the table. If they go off the table, your play is screwed. If you roll snake eyes, or in this case, I guess that's like a snake eye with a 3rd eye. If you roll 3 ones, your play is dead. Don't even try. You're not going to win. Yeah, then what I'm going to do is copy down the dice rolls that I roll on a card, and then you just kind of interpret the numbers. We'll show you. So let's start with the first 5 numbers. I usually put my hand in the table. So it's a 4, 5, and a 4. Alright, second roll. 2, 2, and 5. Third roll. 6, 5, 3. Four, 3, 2. That's a good sign. If you ever get 3 consecutive numbers, you're on the right track. That's a good sign. 4, 3, 2. Or 2, 3, 4. And doing this over the past 2 weeks, I usually match about 2 numbers, but I don't really give you shit for that. So, but it's more than a lot of people get. So, all right, this is the 4th roll. 3, 2, 5. So that's my 5 rolls. So I take those dice, put them away. Now, this is the jackpot roll. 2, 3, 4, yeah. That's not a big deal because as you'll see there's a lot of different numbers you can do. All right. So this is what my card looks like. Now, what you can do is you can add up these digits. You can add them together. You can, like this could be 8, 4 and 4 is 8 and 5 is 13, or it could be 45 plus 4, like 49, or it could be 54 plus 4, like 59. Or you could multiply them, subtract them, divide them. I usually just add them, sometimes multiply. But and you do that with every single one, you'll get a little list of possible numbers. And if you get any doubles, you want to cross those off and use just pick random numbers. So we're going to do that now. So this could be 13. It could be 13, it could be 45 and 4, it could be 49, it could be 59. 2 and 2 is 4 and 5 is 9. It could be 25, it could be 27, or it could be 57. So I think you see how this works now. 6 and 5 is 11 and 3. That could be 14. Could also be 63 and 5. 68. It only goes up to 69, so you don't want anything higher than that. 30. But you won't come up with that because I think that's what the lottery numbers are. That's why it's 1 through 69, I think. Is dice don't go higher than that. So you can also, like I said, let's see. Anyway, where was that? 63 and 5 is 68. You can also do 36 and 5 is 38. 50. These two had doubles in them, so I only got 3 numbers out of them. 3 different numbers. You can get more numbers out of because this could be 53 and 6, which is 59, or it could be 35 and 6, 39, and 2 and 3 is 5, and 4 is 9. 2, 24 and 3 is 27. 42 and 3 is 47. 34 and 2 is 36. 43 and 2 is 45. And 2, 3 is 5. The 5 and the 2 is 7, and 3 is, that could be 10. It could be 52 and 3, 55. It could be 25 and 3, which is 28. It could be 50. We did 53 and 2. It could be 35 and 2, which is 37. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. We should be able to come up with one more number here. 53 and 2 is 55. 35 and 2 is 37. 25 and 3 is 28. 23 and 5 is also 28. So maybe you only get 4 out of that. Maybe I'm missing something. But then you're going to have pretty much the same set of numbers for this Powerball, which it only goes to 24. So you're going to have to get creative here. Which 2, 3, and 4 is yeah, that's pretty much 9. Sometimes you can subtract them or multiply or divide, like 3 and 2 is 5 times 4, so you can get 20. 3 and 4 is 12. So you usually only add the numbers together, or the digits for these, but down here you can multiply too. So 4 and 3 is 12 plus 2, so that could be 14. 4 and 2 is 8 plus 3, so you could be 11. So I got 4 possibilities so far for that. I think I could do 24 too. 4 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8 times 3 is 21. So you could do 21. 12 times 2 is 24, so you could do 24 too. So there's the 6 numbers you can choose for your final number, and the possibility. Now you're going to want to go through and cross off your double ups. So we got 59 here. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want the 9. We don't want the 9. 18, 49, 27, 57, 68, 38, 39, 27. We don't want the 27. 55, 28. Do we have a 28 somewhere else? We have a 37. 49. I think that's all of them. Okay, so you pick your numbers out of here and then pick ones, and then you just fill out your ticket. Simple as that. If you try it this way, I guarantee you'll hit a couple numbers, or one number, or maybe all the numbers, hopefully. It also has to do with expectation. If you, it also has to do with morphic field theory, a little morphic resonance, that if you don't believe you're going to win, you're not going to win. So first, before you do any of this, you have to believe you're going to win. That's the most important thing. And then just fill this out. Easy to use pie.